This video contains a little bit of information about benzodiazepines, which you might come across being used as a recreational drug by your peers during your time at university. Benzodiazepines are sedative drugs and have been around since the 1960s. They're used to treat anxiety and insomnia, and there's lots of different ones out there. The most commonly used ones are Valium, which are small and blue or yellow pills. There's Ativan, usually blue and oblong shaped, and Xanax, which comes in bar shapes and is slightly off-white in colour. You're most likely to be offered benzos in the form of tablets, but they are available less commonly in liquid preparations and also in suppository form. Benzos work by increasing the GABA activity in your brain, which essentially means they make you feel sleepy, less anxious, and have a relaxing effect on your muscles. Users report feeling calm, cozy, and talkative when taking them. Clinically, they're prescribed to help with short-term treatment of acute anxiety, with muscle spasms and severe panic attacks, and also to treat the effects of alcohol withdrawal. In high doses, benzos decrease your concentration and coordination. They can make your speech slurred, give you amnesia, and make you black out or go unconscious. And overdosing from benzos is quite rare, but benzos are a central nervous system depressant, which means they can be very dangerous if mixed with other downers, such as alcohol or opiates. And you should be aware that if you choose to mix these substances, you're putting yourself at considerable risk of respiratory depression. Furthermore, benzos obtained on the street are not necessarily always going to be what they say they are, and your chances of overdosing or having things go sideways are much higher when taking these. According to a recent study, street benzos were found to contain, on average, less than 30% of the drug they claim to be, and they tend to be cut with other downers so as to mimic the sedative effect of true benzodiazepines. Frequent benzo use has been linked to an increase in suicidal thoughts in users with memory issues, problems with sleeping, with personality changes, lack of energy, and ironically, an increase in anxiety and panic disorder. One of the biggest risks around benzo use is the potential for dependence to develop. Although one-off occasional use is unlikely to result in addiction, it is recognised that taking them over a sustained period can cause very serious physical and psychological addiction, and it's thought that you can be at risk of dependence after as little as 4 weeks of regular use. You should know that if you're hammering the benzos regularly, they have the potential to be fatal in withdrawal, and sudden cessation from heavy use can result in life-threatening seizures. Benzos can really get their hooks into you, and it can happen quite subtly without you noticing. Coming off benzos can be really debilitating, and you should always speak to your doctor if any of this is ringing alarm bells for you. Don't forget as well that benzos are a Class C drug in the UK, which means that if they're not prescribed to you, you can get up to 2 years in jail for having them and potentially 14 years for supplying them. If you want to have a safe, confidential chat about drugs or about anything at all to do with well-being for that matter, for yourself or your mates, just drop us a line at studentservices@fxplus.ac.uk.